Hi, everybody. Okay, this is going to be. This is. Okay, Penny Dreadful. Season 3, Episode 7. Ebb Tide. Now, let's talk about the good things first. Um, John, who is the Frankenstein monster, has found his home. Yes. Essentially, what happens in the let's talk about that first before we get into the other zany shit that went in this episode. He approaches Vanessa and talks to her first. And they have an interesting conversation. She mentions to him about the time at the hospital, but he doesn't recall. So what ends on happening is he gets the courage after this conversation with Vanessa. They're talking about, how she loved him, back when he helped her, and like saying that he deserves to be loved. So he ends up tracking down his wife, meets with the wife and the son, Jake, and looks like he's gonna have his happy ending. He's gonna be able to rebuild his life. It's actually very touching. Thought it was done very well in this episode. Thought that was done perfectly. Give it up for Roy Kinner. Fantastic job. Fantastic actor. So that happened. That was pretty cool. That was enjoyable. Everything else, holy shit. Okay, let's talk about Ethan. So his story is he's dealt with his father. Um, he has two conversations in this episode. He has a conversation with Apache, Hatachi, Hatate. I don't even know his name. Random Indian father, and he has a conversation with Malcolm. Conversation with Malcolm. Malcolm basically says no one should have to deal with killing one's family member. He's basically telling Ethan that show kindness. That's basically the whole bit. His conversation with his Apache. Oh, no, I shouldn't do that. Um, the Apache basically contacts Vanessa and stating to her about Ethan's coming back and so on and so forth. And we see that she's already half belonging to Dracula. They are basically on their way now because of what's going down. They have to get down there. They have to stop them. So that's basically what they're doing. They're on the ship and they're on their way. I thought it was an interesting conversation you had with Malcolm, Ethan. Did you show that not only Malcolm but also Apache are now being Ethan's fathers to help him on his road. Now, this is all coming to a head. They're going to confront Dracula. They're going to confront the night creatures and try to save Vanessa. If they can. Now, the rest of the episode, besides that, we had Vanessa. But we also had something else. Feminism! No! That's what it felt like in this episode. I'm talking about Lily and Dorian Gray. Now, Lily was like dead ass. That looked like a fucking feminist rally. I swear to God. She basically rise up, rise up. I was dying. That is just crazy. So, what comes to head there is Dorian Gray now, he feels like he's losing Lily over this feminist crap, pretty much. Um, and he even mentions when he's on a date with her while they're walking around that it's the ebb tide. In other words, someone has to change. Now, he goes through this because it seems like she's going in a direction that is like not what he expected, and she needs to change. And that's basically the whole stance of why he did what he did during Gray in this episode. He basically, yeah, he betrays her. He gets Dr. Frankenstein to come and knock her out, and they could have sent her to the place to perform the operation. She even calls him a cunt. She calls Dorian Gray a cunt and everything. I mean, listen, it was him and Dorian in the beginning, and then she started getting this widespread feminist rally. I don't read this. I don't read that. But it just seemed so crazy because they go out and they chop the right hand of men in every corner and shit. I'm like, god damn. But the way I look at the whole Dorian Gray, Dr. Frankenstein, Lily thing, it's just a matter of saying that because we see her in the beginning of the episode, like she sets flowers for herself, Sarah Croft. I think that was her. So, and she talks to this woman, and she weeps. She says she'll weep for her daughter and everything. So I feel bad for Lily, but at the same time, it's like she made a commitment to Dorian, and now she's more focused on the freaking women. And that's true, that's good and all, but still, you have to, where your allegiance lie here. So, with that, my thoughts on that scenario is like, it's Dr. Frankenstein, it's Dr. Jekyll, and you got Dorian Gray, and they're like, oh, she's so pissed. But, no, you gotta bring her back to where she was, because as of right now, she's, feminism, But I thought it was an interesting turn for her character and for where the story is going on. So that was good. I like that part as well. Overall, this episode, 5 out of 5. Now about Vanessa. Oh God. Well, friend Kat, who is Lyle's friend, she shows up and explains to her. So the mythos of Dracula doesn't really apply in Penny Dreadful. No, it's the opposite. Kat explains to Vanessa that he can be killed in his human form. And she also states that, if you see him in the not, and then she asks about the non-human, well then consider yourself lucky if you survive that. Supposedly she says that. So, and they go on to talk about that. And that, about the end of days and all that stuff. So, it's reason to believe. Also, in this episode, we see that creature secretary on top of her and shit. So, that he can be killed in his human form. In his non-human form, well, I don't think that's a feasible thing to do. So, she confronts him, has all the intention of killing him, but she doesn't. I think this Dracula, and it's the relationship he has with Lucifer, it's a brother kind of thing, but more along the lines that Dracula is an actual monster, while Lucifer is. They're both fallen angels, except Lucifer doesn't really have a form, while Dracula does. And he disguises himself on numerous occasions of different faces of different people. And this is the one face he's chosen. And the thing is, I think he mentions, like, because she talks to him and he mentions how, oh, you were respecting a man of tragedy, which is what I am. So I think that means, like, he's experienced, it's the same kind of legend as Dracula, but not completely. So in other words, he's loved once and he was turned into a monster. But all this comes to a head. She's got the gun. She doesn't kill. Instead, he bites it. Wonderful! So, essentially, listen, I have no idea where we're going with this. This gets a 5 out of 5 again. Every episode is just another rank up, you know? Um, but from the preview, yes, Ethan's gonna fight Dracula. I think if Ethan's got any shot, he's gonna have to turn to the wolf. He's gonna have to, because that's the only way he's gonna be Dracula. Cause and it looks next week's episode looks fucking sick, like as fuck. Cause there's just a lot of shit going on, creatures all over the fucking place. So it's very insane. So the next week is probably the same thing going on with Game of Thrones is probably what's going to happen with Penny Dreadful. The whole episode is going to be about this. We're going to have very little details for everything else except for this battle against Dracula. I saw what episode 10 is called, so it's going to get insane. Oh my god, but this gets a 5 out of 5. I don't know. So the only plot line, now that I think about it, that's actually been tied up has been the Frankenstein monster. He's found his family and he can now have a better life. Everyone else is all fucked. Lily's fucked. Fucking Vanessa and Ethan coming in. It's insane. It's like the night creatures. So this is like Bonafide Transylvania, London kind of thing going on. So 5 out of 5. I have no idea how this is gonna end. See, past season 3, I wonder what they're going to do. Because this obviously is going to come ahead where Ethan probably kills Dracula. Or something along those lines. But the real question is this. Can Penny Dreadful go past season 3 with dying? And the thing about that scene with Vanessa and Dracula, like, you know, she mentions Mina. And the thing is, it's like, you think Vanessa, sorry, that was some notification, would know better and just kill him. But she allows herself to be bitten. So, I don't know where this is going. I really don't. But the next 2 episodes should be fucking fire. This is gonna be insane, man. Bonker 922. See you guys later. Oh man, he is gonna have to turn to the wolf. He's gonna have to. I wonder if it's gonna be like the Van Helsing movie, where Ethan's bite would kill Dracula. I don't think it's gonna be like that though. I think it's gonna be more like, you know, they'll probably shoot him or something. Because unless he's in a non-human form, he can be killed. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm Bonker 922. I'll see you guys later.